In my personal opinion, Hunt Showdown is a really amazing game. From the sound design to the atmosphere and the gritty gunfights in between. It all wraps up into one neat little game. As fun as Hunt Showdown can be, the game is missing a key feature, and I'm afraid if the developers don't do anything about it, that's all Hunt will ever be. One neat little game. So let's talk about it. Now let me explain myself before we get into what I think is Hunt's biggest drawback. About 2 weeks ago, I was working on a Prestige guide video for the channel. The guide was aimed at newer players prestiging for the first time. It was going to include beginner tips like make sure you use weak vitality shots early to unlock strong ones faster, and that type of stuff. I finished the script, began recording, and I didn't even finish the voiceover to the intro paragraph. This wasn't because I didn't think the tips were valid. I actually still think I can use them for another video. I stopped making this guide because it actually made me realize how pointless prestiging really is. Like honestly, the only benefits to prestiging are the ability to gain a random legendary skin, your prestige number goes up, and they have like 5 skins that are unlocked only through prestiging. And one of those skins is a Derringer. Like, what? So that video idea made me realize what the real problem of Hunt Showdown is. Hunt Showdown has no real feature that allows you to grind. There isn't a system that allows you to work towards some kind of goal. Sure, prestiging makes it so you can grind and unlock all the weapons again, but what's the point of that? Events are a great thing to look at because they show what a grind system in Hunt Showdown could look like. However, I don't totally agree with how points are earned, and regardless of events, I still think Hunt can add another system that will remain in play all year round, to help with the downtime in between patches. Hunt Showdown is a great game, but it really lacks any way to retain players. Even the players who are 100% invested in the gameplay itself will grow tired of the game without some innovation. For example, the new map that has been talked about and teased for countless months still isn't here. But I know that once it is here, Hunt Showdown will have its biggest active player base spike it's ever had. But just like the spike caused by Scrapbeat's release, after about a month or so, those numbers will again begin to fall. These big content changes that are few and far between aren't enough to keep a steady growth and retention rate for the game. The developers need to put in some kind of system to keep people playing for longer in between big updates. I really feel like Hunt Showdown is slept on as a game and deserves more respect, but that doesn't mean the game's perfect. I think that if Hunt had some kind of side or grind feature, it would be really beneficial to the game. I'm going to talk about 3 possible solutions with the goal in mind to keep events as its own separate thing, with maybe some tweaks. If any of the 3 solutions stick out to you, please let me know down in the comments and let's have a discussion. Also, let me know what ideas you have that could help Hunt Showdown grow and retain players. So, what can the devs do to fix this issue? Well, luckily, other games already have systems in place to keep people playing that Crytek can model after. Let's jump to some other shooters and look at what they do. Valorant and Apex Legends aren't the same type of game as Hunt Showdown, but they have some good ideas. The big draw to those games is that they both have a ranked mode. Adding a ranked mode alone would help with the retention rate of players. Now, I know ranked would be hard to implement into a game like Hunt Showdown. That's why you don't see games like Escape from Tarkov having a ranked mode, but it's just an idea. Ranked modes in games like Rocket League and League of Legends are really good at keeping people playing, because they want to see themselves improve and climb the ladder. A ranked mode in Hunt Showdown would have to revolve points around kills and bounties and could be similar to the current hidden PvP rating. Of course, adding a ranked mode to Hunt would most likely make people stop prestiging, so there would have to be some kind of workaround. This might not be the best solution, but I would like to hear what you think about this first idea. Another idea would be similar to games like Escape from Tarkov and Dead by Daylight, which is to add missions or a challenge tree. I think this solution would be the best fitting for Hunt Showdown. Each of these games provide rewards for completing tasks. Now I know what you may be thinking, Hunt Showdown already has daily and weekly challenges, and my response to that is, yes, but they suck. Half the time you don't even have to read the challenges, and you'll complete them just by playing the game. Like, what kind of challenge is that? I think the best possible solution would be to model something after the Dead by Daylight's format. This is what they do. They have a challenge tree that is divided into 4 sections. You have to manually select a challenge you're attempting, and once you complete the challenge, you'll receive payment in the form of their currency and are able to unlock new challenges. You get points from the challenges and just from playing the game, and it all goes into the Season's Rift, which is their version of a battle pass. A system like this would be perfect for Hunt Showdown. It could tie into their character customization whenever they make that update. Challenges could range from super easy things like kill 20 armored grunts to more difficult challenges like killing 4 players with a bomb lance in one game. A system like this would add personal goals for each player. This in turn would help the retention rate of players and would benefit everyone playing. Also, the more active players on Hunt Showdown makes the matchmaking more stable, so it's a win-win. These are really bad mock-ups of what Hunt Showdown's challenge tree and battle pass could look like. I literally made these in like 5 minutes, so it's pretty bad, but it gets the idea across. I would really like to hear what you all think about this topic. I think this is the best solution. For the final idea, I think it's possible adding some more game modes would be good for Hunt. However, I think it's really important that these modes are more like mini games. This way it won't take over Hunt Showdown's main draw, which is the bounty hunt. If you've been on Reddit, I'm sure you've seen a ton of suggestions about possible new game modes. For example, if they did add some kind of team deathmatch, I think it's important they keep the games as short as possible in order to keep this mode from becoming the main draw. Also, if they made this mode, they should implement random loadouts instead of being able to bring in your own, which would just be another way to control the mode. Another game mode I've seen talked about a lot is some kind of horde mode. This one would be a really cool idea, honestly. Being able to hold down a compound with 2 buddies with waves on waves of random crazy AI. Like imagine protecting Ardent Parish up against like 20 meatheads coming at you. That would just be so much fun. The main problem with game modes is that it has the chance of taking away a large portion of players from the bounty hunt mode, but I think over time it would stabilize the player base and overall be beneficial. If you liked any of the ideas I listed, please leave a like, it helps the channel so much. The best part about these ideas is that it won't affect events, and it could actually make them more special. Having a seasonal tree / battle pass, game modes, or some kind of ranked mode might make them think outside the box more when it comes to events. For example, right now, Escape from Tarkov is doing a bunch of awesome events leading up to the possible server wipe. One event that stood out to me is that they put all the bosses in the game into one map. Like imagine how crazy it would be in Hunt Showdown, where in one lobby you have all 4 bosses. That would be such a cool limited time event. Like they wouldn't even need to provide rewards, the event enough is awesome. I do think that the current system for events needs to be tweaked a little bit. The game has only had 3 events to date, and each of them are pretty much the same thing. They really need to find a way to make the points tie in more with the core mechanics of the game, instead of just hunting little items or killing birds, but that's just my opinion. Alright guys, I just wanted to make this quick little video to shoot out some ideas I have about Hunt Showdown. I really do think that if Hunt wants to keep growing and maintaining a large player base, they're gonna have to get some more content to work with. Let me know any and all ideas you have for improving the game down in the comments. I'm going to be streaming today, so if you want to stop by and say hi, I'd really appreciate it. I finally have all my sub badges and emotes all ready, so I'm really excited about that. Also, if you're relatively new to the game or my channel and you're looking for tips for playing in trios, I got you. Just be sure to watch the video linked at the end. Alright, so until next week guys, I'll see you later.
What the hell is the matter with you?